What's going on, you guys? Man, so Dillian Whyte is back in the headline news again, and it ain't good news. All right. Oscar Rivas coach Russ Abner reveals protest for Whyte Rivas glove swap incident. Man, it's looking real shaky over there in Matchroom Boxing, man. It says here, Oscar Rivas cornerman Russ Abner has outlined an incident which transpired minutes before the Colombian was due to fight Dillian Whyte. Upon going through the glove selection process, Abner was surprised to learn Whyte had swapped his leather for an unapproved pair. Did you hear that? So Dillian Whyte swapped gloves at the last minute. He swapped gloves at the last minute. The Briton had also been laced up before Rivas and his team had a chance to inspect the gloves, adding further controversy to already a delicate situation. Whyte is currently facing doubts over his future after it emerged there were potential problems with the drug testing during the build-up. A sample taken is said to have contained an unnamed banned substance which, if revealed to be performance-enhancing, could end Whyte's career. The glove protest only adds to Whyte's woes. The body snatcher also faces the real possibility of being dropped from the WBC rankings. Whyte's win over Rivas had earned him the mentor spot. And it says here's in a lengthy explanation. Abner, his coach, was pretty much explaining the situation. It's pretty lengthy here. It's actually pretty long. Man, I can't even paraphrase any of this because it's just so much. It's long. I'm gonna leave the article link in the description for y'all. But basically, he says, I'm gonna read some of it. He says he comes on and leaves the Browns. He said it was a good fight, but having been in the ring was going to be more happy to drive the referee did some other stuff that went on. Okay, he said, we actually filed an official protest to WBC prior to the fight because of some things that happened beforehand. Our protest was filed before the boxers even entered the ring, so it's not a case of sour grapes because Oscar lost. It all goes back to the day before the fight when we had the rules of the meeting and glove selection with the various officials and the British Boxing Board of Control. To be honest, I can't begin to express our disappointment with everything that happened. The double standard started when we brought an extra pair of gloves to the glove selection meeting and we were told we couldn't bring that pair of gloves in. We asked, why not? We were told because they had to be brought in by a promoter. Well, our promoter was in the room with us. What difference does it really make who's physically carrying the gloves? The promoter or someone else to give to the promoter? That's semantics. Anyway, we ended up not being allowed to submit these additional gloves. Thankfully, we didn't end up needing them, but it was an example of what was to come. On fight night, about a half an hour before we were set to go in the ring, the Whyte camp suddenly told us they were not wearing the gloves that they were selected at the glove selection meeting. So a half an hour before they was about to fight, this dude says, you know what, I don't want to wear these gloves no more. We go wear some other ones that's probably a little bit more devastating. A little bit more, horsehair, less padding on them so I can really hurt you. Not the one pair they selected, not the number 2 pair either, but another brand of gloves that weren't even on the table at the selection. So these dudes brought in some gloves that weren't even on the selection. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy as shit, man. Dillian Whyte is out here doing whatever it takes to win. Eddie Hearn is looking for all types of advantages. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys read the rest of this. This is crazy news. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. Eddie Hearn is desperate. He's getting real sloppy. And, I think this is pretty much it for him. I think this is it for Matchroom Boxing. I think this is it for Dillian Whyte. I think this is it, man. This is it, Lomachenko better be very wary about going over there fighting in the UK, man. Fighting Luke Campbell over there in the UK. Tell me what you guys think, man. Like I said, article link in the description for you guys to read yourself. Dillian Whyte swapped gloves at the last minute on Oscar Rivas, as well as failed a drug test. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.